This week we are at Bucks Island Marina here in Southside, Alabama. We got here really early because they are having a demo day today for all of their new kayaks. They've got some new ones to the market from Jackson here, from Hobie. They're gonna be doing a full test day, so you can come here all day long, hop on them, try out the kayaks, and if you find one you like, you can buy it right here on the spot. So today we're here. I've actually brought my kayak behind me, as you can see. I may be doing some fishing in a little bit because they're located right on the Coosa River here in Southside, Alabama. So I'm gonna do some demos. There's one kayak in particular I wanna test out today, and that is gonna be today's video. We're gonna test out the new Jackson Knarr kayak. It's supposed to be really cool. Can't wait to get my eyes on it. So we're gonna do a full walk around, put it in the water, take it out, and test it out today. Y'all stick around. All right, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name's TJ. Welcome to Kayak USA. So like I just mentioned, today we are at Bucks Island Marina. They're having a demo day. We're testing a whole bunch of kayaks, but there's one in particular that I came here to test, and they're kind of loading them up on the trailer now so we can get them to the water, start setting everything up so people can come and try them out. They do this a lot, so if you're in the area and you want to test out a kayak, you can always come up here, try them out before you buy them, and then if you like it, they'll give you a good deal on it. So, but here is the one we're interested in. It's brand new to 2022. It is the Jackson Knarr. That is K-N-A-R-R. And they're gonna look really familiar to a lot of you Hobie people out there. I'm a Hobie pro angler guy, you know me. I like my pro angler, but this one's got a lot of specs that's very familiar to the Hobie world. And I wanna kind of get it on the water and see if there's any difference. You know, the flex drive obviously is completely different than the Mirage drive system. So there's a lot of things they've added that Hobie don't have, and Hobie's got some stuff that they don't have. So we're gonna go in here real quick. They've got a couple of different options when you're buying these Knarrs, and I kind of wanna get somebody who knows what they're talking about, and they can give you the full layout and specs of this new boat. So, and then we're gonna put it on the water and test it out. So let's go talk to them. All right, so I am in Bucks Island Marina with Michael and Robbie, and they know all about this new Knarr, a lot more than I do, so I'm gonna hand it over to them and let y'all kind of give them the specs and stuff.
All right, TJ, thanks for stopping in. And so I don't know that I'd say that we know everything about these boats. We just got them in. Robbie, for those of you, I think you've mentioned, and you're looking at jumping into playing with our tournament that we're doing every month, statewide across Alabama, all through Tourney X. Robbie's the one running and managing that. So we just got a Knarr in. So he's actually gotten, I think you've had, what, a week to play with it. I guess real quick, what's your first impressions? You liking it?
Yeah. So the drive's a lot quieter now, the new drive. I tested out Michael's big rig with the old drive probably a year ago, and you can tell a lot of difference. I even had somebody get in it that's not very big on the pedal drives, and he had a smile on his face, so I think he's happy with the new upgrade and everything. And I mean, it's quick. My arms weren't tired. I mean, it's a lot faster than paddling.
All right, so they've got, you've got 3 different colors, and then the red limited edition, which is what we've got right here. It's a 13-foot 9-inch boat, so it is not, it's not small. They took the big rig off of the lineup for Jackson, and basically replaced it with this thing. But 13 feet 9 inches, 39 inches wide. It's a little bit narrower than your big rig, but which also helps make it a little bit faster, a little more efficient in the water. But yeah, overall, whole new flex drive system, completely redesigned. They hired a bicycle manufacturing or bicycle engineering firm to actually design a pedal drive. They set it up so that if you want to do a stern mounted motor, there's a lot of room here to be able to put pedal system. That's a nice feature, because obviously a lot of folks are putting motors on. They put the flat bow up here for well, when TJ gets ready to mount another motor guide on a boat, it's ready for him. New seat set up to make it easier to move it on and off. It's the same flex drive kind of setup, which gives you access to your prop if you get, you know, weeds or line or whatever in there. And then the big thing that I think is probably great for TJ because it'll cut down on some of his work, is they've got this 3-channel mounting setup that goes basically the entire length of the boat. So all those Yak Attack accessory, any of the accessory manufacturers that are out there that'll fit in these channels. So the sky's the limit on what you can come up with to do. The boat's gonna come with the vertical rod holder that can go here, so you can mount in, you can mount in those tubes.
That looks really familiar, by the way.
Yeah, it does. And then there's also a little fish box, and I'm sure you can get a shot of that on the boat that you're gonna get on the water. But the big thing with this, from talking to all the Jackson pros, they went out to a lot of the Jackson pros and looked for input. And so, you know, this is a boat that is a collaboration and a conglomeration of a lot of features that a lot of the guys that, really put in and Jackson listened to. And I think you're gonna find it's a pretty sweet setup, especially if you're a Jackson guy.
All right, so that is the specs. They know way more than I did, but as you can tell, this boat looks really familiar. So we're gonna go out and put it in the water really quick. We're gonna test out the green one, right? Now, what was the price difference? So you said the green one, this is a special edition, right?
Yeah, it's $100 more, is that right? So it's $41.99 for the regular 9, and then $42.99 for the limited edition.
Okay, and the limited edition is just basically the color, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So $100 more, you get a solid red kayak versus the kind of the camo edition that they got out there. All right, so we're gonna go test out the green one that y'all seen on the trailer when we walked in. We're gonna put it in the water, put it through its test, and maybe, I might even throw a fishing rod on there, see if we can catch a fish out of one of these. Let's do it. All right, guys.
$250 gift cards.
Let's get the life jacket on. Make sure y'all can still see everything. I'm gonna take a rod with me. What's going on, man?
Love the channel, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
I'm Andy.
What's your name, Andy?
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yes, sir.
You like that 360? You like that 360?
A little too much of the
All right, so now, I know we gotta cut through this little cut through over here. So the way these work, let's see if I can angle y'all down. So these flex drives are a lot different than a Mirage drive. You got this lever. Let's see if I can get y'all a shot where you can see it. So when you push this lever down, as you can tell, it brings the prop up out of the water so you can clear stuff. It makes it flat with the bottom of the boat. You raise this handle, click it up, and now we're ready to roll. I brought me a little drop shot. There's plenty of room on this boat. Now let's see how it handles. All right, first impressions, the sturdiness. Let's stand up. Not bad. Can stand up pretty good. See if I can turn around without falling in. Not bad. It's got a little bit of, you can tell there's a little bit of curve in the bottom. Like when I rock it, see if y'all can see that. The stability's still here. It's not as flat as the Hobie on the bottom, so you lose a little bit of that stability, but it might have better speed because of that curve. Let's see if I can adjust the seat. So the way these seats adjust, I'm trying to get a good shot for you guys without it being weird. Oh, let's see, you loosen that up, loosen this one up, you just slide your butt, and that's in the full forward position. Tighten them up here. Now they got the rudders on both sides, just like a pro angler or an Outback. I guess Outbacks have them too. Now we're gonna turn and, oh man, this thing moves. It is a lot different than the Mirage drive, but whoo-wee, we get a little bit of speed here. Wow. The full circle of my feet is so much different than the Hobie. You know, with the Hobie, I'm just going back and forth and my feet are side by side. But But this would not be hard to get used to coming from a Mirage drive. It seems smooth. Like I don't feel any catching or any hiccups or anything in the drive. Stand up on, let's go and see if we lose speed. This ain't bad at all. I could see me fishing out of this. Turn the rudder. All right, I'm gonna try to turn around and face backwards. It's not bad. So you can see it's got the regular Jackson seat. It's real comfortable. It's got a couple of different settings where I can take, it's hard to film this with a chisty, but you can take and go completely flat with the seat like that. Or you can just pick it up and go straight back. And it's got its own little track system here at an angle, so you can go up and down really easy. Is this not folding down? I thought the seat folded down. I guess not. It's got a track system all the way around. It's kind of like the H-rail that runs from one end of the boat to the other. There's another track behind it. Little storage bin. I was trying to show you back there behind the seat. It's really nice. The stability is different than the Pro Angler, if that's what this boat is supposed to be compared to, which I'm not sure if it is or not. I'll have to pull up the specs on both of them and see how close they actually are to comparing each other. But you can see it's got the horizontal rod storage on both sides, kind of like the Pro Angler. This track system I was just mentioning, this is, when I first seen pictures of this kayak, I thought that this was going to be like the H-rail. So it's got a T-track slot on the top, on the inside, and the outside. So that's cool. You can mount stuff to the track. But when I first seen it, I thought that it was elevated like the H-rail on a Hobie, so that you could mount stuff completely around it. That's not the case on this. So there's probably advantages to this, and I'm sure there's some disadvantages when you're comparing the H-rail to this. But the track system is nice. You can mount stuff from literally one end of this boat to the other, which that's not bad at all. Let's go see if we can find some shade. Now I keep forgetting I've got reverse, because on these all you got to do is pedal backwards. Let's see. It steers really well. Now, I know this is a demo, but we're gonna catch a fish from the demo boat. What do y'all think? I grabbed one rod out of the back of the truck. It's got a little drop shot on it, which if you can't catch a fish on a drop shot, they're not biting. Got a little Z-Man shorty worm on it. I don't have a graph, so I'm not even sure exactly how deep we are right here, but let's just see. Let me try over there real quick. There's a little shade. Nothing. Let's move on out to the main channel. Ugh. This drive system is not bad at all. It is really smooth. Now this is their new one, like I think Michael explained at the beginning of this video when we were talking about that red Knarr that they had on the showroom floor, which the only difference in that one and this boat is the color. So they've got one that's called the special edition or limited edition or whatever they're calling it. But the only difference is like, as you can tell, this one is like a green, black, and white camo, and the special edition is a solid red. So you can pay $100 more and get a solid red one of these, or save $100 and get one of their other colors. But it is very smooth. And like he was saying, this is kind of, it looks like the old Flex Drive, but apparently they worked with some cyclists on the gearing to make it where it's smooth, and it is smooth compared to the last Flex Drive that I was in. If you guys remember, I built that FD HD last year, and I can definitely tell a difference in this drive and the other drive. There's not many places you can come out for a demo day, bring a rod with you, and actually try out a kayak and catch a fish while you're testing the kayak out. I mean, if you really want to find out if you can fish from a kayak, this is how you do it. It's really cool at Bucks Island to let people come out, test the products that they're interested in. And I mean, you might get out here and find out that you don't like, you know, something you thought you seen online. You watch videos on YouTube. You're like, hey, I want that. And you get out here and you get on it and you realize I can't fish from that well, or this is too big, or this is too small. There's a ton of brim over here. Y'all can't, I don't know if y'all can see my line, but it's just, there's brim just destroying the tip of my drop shot. All right, so I don't want to keep it out too long because there's definitely other people that's going to be wanting to test out this Knarr. So I'm going to bring it back. We might test out another kayak or two that they've got here. They've got a couple of the new Hobies on the trailer that they back down to the water for demo day. So I might go try those out. But my first impressions of this Knarr, it's not bad. This is a good kayak. Like he said though, they are pricey. These are one of the higher range kayaks, especially for Jackson. I think he said this one that I'm in is $41.99 and the red one is $42.99. So you're looking at over $4,000 for this kayak, which, I mean, if you're into kayak fishing and you need a good one with a drive system, it's not bad. As you can tell, the flex drive system works really well. We're moving pretty good, and I'm just casually, just barely pedaling right now. Why did my screen go black? There it is. But yeah, I like it. It's not bad. I don't know if I'd trade my Hobie for it. I love the Pro Angler. There's just a lot of stuff on the Pro Angler. So, but you know, you like what you like and you don't like what you don't like. This, I'm not saying this is a bad kayak. It's got a lot of pluses. The new track system down the side's good. It's nice and deep with square walls like the Pro Angler. It's got the horizontal rod storage. It's got decent storage in the front and the back. I'm not sure how waterproof those are. They don't look very waterproof, but they might be. But yeah, overall, good kayak. If I'm spending that much money though, I don't know. I'm not sure what the new Pro Angler, just hit bottom right there. Let me scoot over here. I'm not sure what the new Pro Anglers are running right now, but I don't think they're that much more than these. So if you're in the market to buy a nice top tier kayak, I suggest you come test out the new Jackson Knarr. And if you've never been in a Hobie Pro Angler, test it out also. Try to test them out at the same time if you can, and just compare the two. Look at the prices for each one, compare what you like about each one. You might like the Knarr more. It might be, you know, cheap enough for you to, I don't know. They're different kayaks, okay? I'm rambling on, but if you want to check these out, you can always come down here, Bucks Island Marina, Southside, Alabama, test them out. And if you like it, you can buy you one while you're here. Whew. All right, I'm in the home stretch now. This ain't too bad. Well, we're gonna go down here, probably shoot another video this afternoon. Once the sun starts to go down, I'm gonna put the banana boat in and do some fishing, because this part of the Coosa River's got a lot of big bass in it, and I wouldn't mind going finding a few. that's gonna do it for this week's video, guys. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you check out next week's video. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you next Thursday at 2 o'clock. Peace. A lot of bait in here.